Working with you now. There we go. A little bit of sound coming through a bit clearer. Apologies for that. Australia get their corner and couldn't control it there. Sutar at the back post. Great to have you tuning in. Let us know where around the world you're watching from. Get involved in those comments as well. So now Turkey out, working the ball out. Opportunity here for the Socceroos, but no, a foul given against Sakati. The referee running in and very aggressively gesticulating at both players who wanted to continue on a little bit with it as we hit the 17.5-minute mark. Turkey now push forward. Kadolu playing it back now. Çalhanoğlu. Yüksek plays it wide. Demiral, long ball lofted over the top. Well controlled by Çelik. Çalhanoğlu now. Just outside the 18-yard box. Pulls it in. Shot taken over the crossbar. Wasn't on target by Kadaolu. Hey, Jake, how are you, my friend? Good to see you again. You're going to start getting number one fan status, mate. You're very dedicated to coming along to all the live streams. Who are you barracking for here, Jake, as an Englishman? Beach, the Australian goalkeeper, takes a long goal kick, headed back by Kadaolu. Headed forward by the Australian. Toure trying to get the jump here. He does get the ball on the outside. Can he feed across? No, loses possession and control. This looked like he lost it there. He's claiming that there was a touch from Turkey. The referee points for a goal kick. Venezuelan referee doing a good job. Badakçı will take the goal kick and play it across to Çakır, who goes long. There's a good challenge on the sideline. Boss versus Çelik, and Boss wins out. Gets a little head clash for his efforts. Says the referee there was an elbow in the mouth. As the Australians look to work this around. Burgess lays it out wide. Defences look reasonably solid for Australia today. Much better than the early exchanges against Switzerland in their final warm-up friendly the other day. Wonderful to have you all with us. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel and get involved in those comments as well. Let us know who you're tipping to win this one, or maybe you're tipping a draw. What are you expecting to see out of this, and who will make it out of Group D? Seen the USA already have a strong win over Paraguay as Socceroos try to probe this down the left flank for Nestroy Irankunda. It goes out of play. Badakçı plays it wide now to Kadaolu. Back again. Badakçı orchestrating things from defence. Plays it forward now. Gökçe. Çalhanoğlu. Badakçı now. Back to Badakçı. Tries to probe it through the middle, looking for an option. Doesn't work out for him and returns it to the feet of Çalhanoğlu. Now they're going to go all the way back to Orjan Çakır, the keeper. It's working around, trying to create space as we get towards the midpoint of this match in Vancouver. Yilmaz. Taken away. Yilmaz wins it back though. Can't control it and Metcalf steps in. Push wide now by Alessandro Siccardi. Cam Burgess working it around, pushed all the way back. It's going to be a teasing pass for Beach. Pushes it to the right now for Sicardi. Plays it down the right edge for Connor Metcalf. He goes more centrally with a ranging ball for Toure, who's dragged down from behind. A foul going against Ismail Yuksek. And the referee says that will be our time for our cooling break, our hydration break, whichever term you prefer. And Australia, I'll be happy with the opening 22 and a bit minutes, that's for certain. They by far are not on top, but they're not too far behind either. Great to have you all with us, watching along. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and how you're expecting this all to play out. Turkey marginally on top at the moment, but certainly far from dominating. A cage exchange. Turkey sitting in that 4-2-3-1 versus Australia's deep 5-4-1. Trying to use the likes of Boss and Italiano around the outside to set things up. As we sit in this cooling, drinks, hydration, whatever you'd like to call it. Certainly a time Australia trying to stay in this contest. Interesting times. Early exchanges reasonably even. Let's talk from a statistical lens. Turkey certainly dominating possession. They've got 2/3 of the ball so far. Already had 4 shots, but none on target. Neither side a shot on target just yet. Turkey certainly a lot more possession, a lot more ball movement. Pass accuracy reasonably high for both sides. Turkey a lot better ratio of lateral passing. Australia really looking to go forward and push their possession when they get it. Turkey have had a lot of touches and a lot of work in the final third. Their officials now come back. Both the teams are ready to go, just waiting for our assistant referee to get in position on the far side from the benches. Lost almost 2.5 minutes. It's an interesting piece just watching. Actually, it's more than 2.5 minutes by the time we get started. It'll be almost 3 minutes. The referee just casually saunters to get into position. It will be 3 minutes by the time he gets us back underway here. Which obviously impacts what we have when it comes to added time on. Australia send it forward here from the restart. Con Engsler pushing forward. Under pressure from Gula. Decides to play it back and goes back to O'Neill. And further back again. Burgess will send it back to the skipper in Sutar. Work it around here. Metcalf under pressure. The Turkish pressing hard. The pass out of trouble from Sutar finds trouble because it's picked off by Kukchu. He feeds it wide now to Yilmaz. Yilmaz dropping it back into the pocket. A shot taken. And well done. Patrick Beach gets down to that shot from Ardagula. Well, that's probably the first shot in anger from either side as Australia on the counter attack with Nestori Irankunda. Nice little touch in behind, gets into the box, and he fires the first goal of the match. Good touch inside. And he finds the inside of the net. Nestori Irankunda, the live wire for Australia, gets the Socceroos' opening goal. And my, oh my, what about that? It goes from one end to the other. And the Socceroos are on the board here, a little against the run of play. But they'll be very happy with that. The danger man in Irankunda gets the opening goal. The young man who plays his stride at Watford out of the Adelaide United club in Australia gets the opener, and he's swarmed immediately by his teammates and the bench players after just 2 minutes of resumption here, not even from the cooling break. Australia take the lead. That's what you want to see if you're a Socceroos fan. Irankunda gets in behind, little touch back inside, and then just finishes past Urjan Kachur, trying to make himself as big as he could, blocking off as much of the goal, and Irankunda finishes near side just inside the post. Wonderful finish. Does it with only a couple of centimetres to spare inside the left post as he was looking at it when shooting. Gets the Tim Cahill celebration, punching the corner flag. And the Socceroos are on top after 27.5 minutes. What about that? Great start to the Socceroos World Cup campaign. But a long way still to play in this one. Over 60 minutes to go. Is one goal going to be enough against a side like Turkey on their return to the World Cup group stage? Or is that just going to be the thing that sparks Turkey to life? Badakcu plays it across the back, gets the return pass. Playing down the left-hand side, centers it up a little. They'll go wider again, and they go forward to Yilmaz. Yilmaz trying to get in behind Italiano, just works the ball over the byline. It will be a corner, goal kick, sorry. Patrick Beach to take it. Australia have one. They've got a taste for it. Can they find a second? Or will it be Turkey to get the response? Work it out from the back here. Sutar goes long. In behind for Irankunda. Chakur was making no chance of that. Got well out of his box to drive that long. Now Italiano getting up for the contest here, but he's beaten in the air by Kadaolu. He's got a man outside in Yilmaz. It tries to cross it to the back post, and it's headed away temporarily by Ocon Engsler, but it's picked up there by Gula. Now it's floated into the box, and Sutar towering over everyone. Wound up shot. 2 hands to it from Beach. What about that? Diving athletically to his right. A long-range shot came from Badakcu. Turkey continue to press here. Çalhanoğlu pushes wide. Gets the return pass back in centrally. He'll take a strike from range well over the crossbar. Patrick Beach has pulled off a couple of good saves either side of Australia's goal here. Turkey are not going to die wondering. That was a curling strike. He actually beat Diving Beach in the end and found the woodwork. Badakcu with a strike and a half. Beach gets a goal kick, sends it down long. It's played back by Turkey. Working their way back now. Karaolu goes all the way back to Chakur. Now they work forward. Badakcu. Short pass inside. Çalhanoğlu goes across again. Yüksek plays it forward. Kukçu. Now on for Gula. Plays it wide. On the right. Kukçu plays it in. Oh, ace it is. It is funny. Yeah, well, we've got to get the results on the board to do so. But good to see you back, my friend. And yeah, certainly agree that I think there's a few sides underestimating the Socceroos, but I don't mind that, to be fair. It's a good start. We'll have to play our own style, and that's exactly what that goal was. Sitting in defence and taking on the counter, using the skill and pace of the likes of Nestori and Irankunda. Turkey out, push it wide now. Italiano pushes in hard and gets the last boot to the ball, says the referee, before it goes over the sideline. Inside the last 15 minutes of the first half. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe on the channel and get involved in the comments just like Jake and Ace have. Ball push forward here. Sutar in with a heavy challenge. That'll be a foul. It's a foul on Aktorkalu. Has had a lot of opportunity to be involved. Aktorkalu with them going around either flank. Play it through. They're happy to work the ball in midfield and hold possession, Turkey. As Gula pushes forward here. Lays it off now. Worked through the midfield with Ismail Yuksek. Karaolu pushes it wide now for Yilmaz. Yilmaz cutting infield. Just deflected away again. Italiano pushing. Irankunda sends it long. Chakir has to come out of his box and chest it down. It looked like he was going to go at it with his hands for a moment there, which would have been absolute madness. Little spill up and ball sits up nicely for Beach. Yeah, Irankunda's, I don't think he'll be stuck in the championship forever. I think a good World Cup will very much have someone throwing some coin at him to go to a top 5 league. Turkey are pushing the ball back. They've had the majority possession, but it's only what's on the scoreboard that counts. We know that. Good strong challenge there from Sakati. Plays it down to Italiano, into Toure. Toure looking for a turn. There's red jerseys everywhere. Plays it out to his own advantage. And the ball goes over the sideline, but he's going to be called back for a foul. Interesting, Ace, what your thoughts are on Beach being called in over Matt Ryan? Yeah, Turkey are working it forward on their right flank. Strong challenge there. Referee waves it off after Turkey wanted a foul. A little bit of confusion there, and Beach has to come out and drive it long and wide, and it'll work its way down over the sideline, just over halfway. They quickly move it back underway, Turkey. Barzakcu pushes it across here. Yuksek down the line. Irankunda, little jersey tug. Turkey and get us back underway as we head towards the 35-minute mark. Karaolu playing it forward now. Yilmaz. Yilmaz crosses it in, takes a deflection, brought down, pushed wide. An errant strike there from Kukcu. Plenty of fans, Australian and Turkish, in for the game. Beach now to get us back underway with a goal kick. Sends it deep. It's headed away by Turkey. Shahanolu. Long throw taken down the line, looking for Toure, not to be found. Italiano heads it on. Now Toure in a contest. Flicked over the head and long by Turkey. Australians recover. They push it back to Sutar just on the defensive side of halfway. He floats it back over. Looking for Italiano. He chests it down, looking for Metcalf. Metcalf turns, gives it to Irankunda. Laying it back to Okonexla. Now working to the outside. Boss gets into the 18-yard box, pulls back. Shot taken. Little offline. Somewhere between a cross and a shot there in the end from Okonexla. 36.5 minutes gone. Australia still lead 1-0. And Kunda will push up here, putting pressure on Chakur, the keeper for Turkey. Chakur pushes it wide now. Karaolu. Yeah, I'm not quite thinking they're panicking. They're certainly working quick passes and trying to get something. They get in behind here, but Beach is out to it. But they're looking a little less structured since the goal, I think. I think they just were caught off guard by Irankunda sneaking in behind, and they were pretty comfortable before that, is the piece. Australia not looking all that fluid either, to be fair, and only one mistake away from giving them parity as Sutar draws it. Defensive move and error from the Turkish and takes the ball away, sends it back to Beach. Now they go to Burgess. Back to Burgess. He floats it down the line now, looking for Irankunda. Irankunda leaves a Turkish player in his wake, and just so dangerous running with the ball at his feet. Puts it in behind. Good strong challenge there from the Socceroos, and they'll get the throw. Last touch off the Turkish defender in Karaolu. After the Australian slide pushed it back into his legs. I think it was Italiano coming through. Sicardi will be the man to bring the ball down and take the throw in. He'll look to go deep into the box potentially here. Instead, he just goes centrally. It's headed down. Opportunity here. Geordie Boss takes a strike. A little wide, a little high. Wasn't afraid to pull the trigger on the first look though, Boss. Second ball comes onto the field, so I'll have to have a drop ball. Referee gets back on with it and drops it back at the feet of Shakur, the Turkey goalkeeper. Another one of the Galatasaray contingent in this Turkey side. Ilmaz looking for the little 1-2. Italiano pushes it back. Beach comes racing out to save the corner. Sicardi heads it on. Toure looking for the ball, and away they come though, Turkey with the ball through Gula. We're trying to work further down. Curled into the box, little header on it. Deflected back from Aidan O'Neill, and Beach is tracking back. The keeper takes it well, lays it out at the feet of Cam Burgess, currently playing for Swansea City in Wales. Okanexler going to work here, and the boot comes in from Aktorkalu. Australia will get the throw as we hit the 40-minute mark. Great to have you tuning in, guys. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get in those comments as well. As the Socceroos send this long to a contest for Metcalf. He's left behind in the reactionary stakes, but Toure flashes his way across. Now, they work this around. Chahanalu feeds it forward and wide. Karaolu putting it out in front of Yilmaz. Yilmaz feeds it into the box. Beats everyone in the end, and Irankunda races away, cleans it up by sending it wide and long. Shakur comes well out of his 18-yard box, almost 30 out from the byline, and wide on the left to pick that up and keep it in play. 41 minutes ticking by. I have to think we'll have at least 3 minutes of stoppage time for the hydration break. Plus another minute for the goal. So it could be 4, maybe 5, I think, at this stage. Been too much more. Yuksek pushes it wide now. Fed back in. Shot taken. Well off target in the end. It's only a little frustrated Turkey and taking some rash shots. Hoping for something to come off. There's Celik pushing forward. Beach goes long. Ball headed away in a contest from Batakchu. Australia will have a throw in just over halfway here on the attacking side. Cardi throws it in. It's lobbed forward by Burgess. Italiano gets up for a header. Turkey a win out, but then Ocon Engstler gets in there. Aaron Kunda goes to ground. Referee waves away any protest. Boss, Ocon Engstler. Now Turkey pushing the numbers on the counter. They've got 5 on 3 here. The Australians trying to recover. They look to go wide. Now they push it back into the box. Ocon Engstler gets involved, deflects it. It comes off the chest of a Turkish player, Yüksek, but then it falls to a Socceroo boot. It's brought down. They just look like they're a bit rushed. Ace, I'll be fair, when they get down there and all of a sudden they're really forcing their hand trying to get shots. Australia are not looking confident, to be fair, but Turkey are a little wasteful. Into the final 2 minutes of regulation time, and as I say, I expect I'm going to probably lean to 5, I think, with a couple of drop balls we've had as well. The goal, as Yilmaz does well, gets in there. Italiano slides in, and it'll be a corner. So good Turkey have a chance to strike a blow here late. No, VAR's overruled and said it'll be a goal kick, so it won't be a corner. Beach is pointed to the spot. Says, take it there, our referee. Try and tick as much time off the clock as he can. Patrick Beach, the young man from Melbourne City, was probably the biggest shock in this starting 11 for the Socceroos. Now, the Socceroos bring it down. Italiano feeds it in. Nice turn from Metcalf. Ball spills away for Boss. In behind again, Aaron Kunda. Slips over, loses his footing in the 18-yard box. That was building well for the Socceroos. Good defensive work. They track back and take it away. Now it sits with Burgess. Pushed wide. O'Neill. Back infield, O'Neill. 1-2 work on the left-hand side. Pushed forward here, and Kunda looking to use his pace. Bit of a mismatch up against Demiral. Gets into the box, takes a shot. Well stopped by Shakur. Goal kick, though. Ocon Engstler came out and intercepted it, but couldn't keep possession. Aaron Kunda's slow to his feet there, but he looks okay. He's working overtime here, the young Australian rising star. Now they work it forward again. 4 minutes of added time is what we've been told. Ball playing forward now. Karaolu back to Yilmaz. Shalhanalu. Toure disrupts. Good sliding tackle there. It comes off for Turkey and they retain possession. Karaolu. Now Yilmaz. Yilmaz. Pulling it up. Back to Karaolu. Sent it up now. Opportunity if they can feed a ball through into the box. Couple of passes. Suta breaks it away. Aaron Kunda is causing some real problems for the Turkish defence, yes. Needs to be focusing heavily on him in the next 2 games, I think, the USA and Paraguay. Now they come forward again with Karaolu. Nice ball threaded through into the box, but popped back to Yilmaz. Yilmaz tries to curl it to the back post. Beach comes with 2 hands, punches it away. And then it's just pushed backwards. Batakchu. Central. They're about 30 metres from goal. Shahanalu. Batakchu sitting in there. Now Kataolu. Yilmaz is wide. Wide on the left. Plays it on, but teammate wasn't ready for it. They've used up a bit over a minute and a half now of the stoppage time. I wonder how many young Turkish children will be sporting the blonde mohawk, almost Mr. T-shaped mohawk of Alpay Yilmaz after this World Cup. A lot of the Turkish fans looking dejected. There's still a half of football to go. We're not even through the first half yet, guys. There's a long way to come in this game. Headed forward here. Socceroos send it long back through Italiano. Carty. O'Neill working the defence as well. Turkey now with the ball. Yuksek pushes it wide. Switch ball back from right to the left of centre now. Probing ball out wide now. They send it out for Yilmaz. Very wide and deep on the left. Plays it back in. Shalhanalu. Can he feed a ball into the box? Tries. But it's probed and prodded. And the Socceroos send it long back towards halfway where it'll track towards the sideline before it's picked up there by Badakshu. Yuksek feeds the ball through into the midfield. Sweeping around now as they push the ball towards the left with Kaldolu. And they play it in. Opportunity here for a shot to get away. Nice little spin move into the box. Couldn't get away from the swarming numbers of yellow jerseys. Aktorkalu was there. Had a nice turn in the box, but then more numbers arrived in those yellow jerseys. 3 minutes and 15 seconds gone in that added time. Trying to create something here. Shalhanalu pushes it across. Now it's floated back. Trying to use the width. Deflected. Again, the Australians just calm and composed and see it away here. Into the last 20 or so seconds of added time. Australia's coaching staff just getting a word about kicking the ball away from the fourth official. And they try and pull something up here for Aktorkalu. Aktorkalu gets the ball around the outside. Burgess defending well. And they lose their footing down there, Turkey, and the ball goes over the byline. And the referee says that will do us for the first half. And at the break, the Socceroos, thanks to a Nestori Irinkunda goal, lead, and they're on top in this one. Back on excellent little layup work. Irinkunda, the 27th minute goal, sees them leading 1-0. They came out just after that hydration break, caught them on the bounce, and they lead, but there's still a lot of work to do for both these sides. Still another 45 minutes to come. We can't wait to see it. We'll take a short break. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. We'll be back with your second half very, very soon. As Australia take on Turkey here. Their first World Cup group match. It's been an exciting first half. Plenty more to come in the second. We'll see you again very, very soon. We'll take a 10-minute break and we'll be right back with you. We're back. The countdown to the second half is on. We see a change for Turkey. Your Mars will be the man to come off. We'll just wait for confirmation on who the player is coming on. It'll be Kenan Yilda. He comes on for Turkey. See if he can provide the spark for them. And we are indeed underway. Trying to get our scoreboard and clock updated. And Turkey in possession here. Turkey working the ball around in the attacking third. Kukchin now plays it down the left line. Breaking free, Karaolu. Feeds it back. A shot taken. Didn't have a lot on it from Shalhanalu. Beach easily deals with it. And away goes Australia down the left. Boss feints to go long. They decide to pull back. They work it wide right, the Australians. Italiano plays it forward. All the way back now to Beach, who goes long. Heavy collision between Toure and Demiral. Now they work forward again. Ball given on. Going to create something here in tight quarters, the Turkish on the left side. Metcalf gets a boot in just to flex the pass before it goes to Yolda. And they work it in towards the box, but Irankunda gets it away. Jordy Boss pushing forward. Gets it past the Toure. He's on his left if he wants him, Boss, here. And Toure put him in behind. He gets the ball to Boss. Boss doesn't take a strike on the first effort. Tries to curl it and curls it wide with a deflection, though, from Demiral. A good setup by the Australians early in this second half. Have a corner now. Take the corner. It'll be Aidan O'Neill to take it. Who will be the target here? Sutar coming from the back post. Metcalf at the front. Toure on the edge of the 6-yard box. Overhit. Sutar getting back there. Drops it into the path of Italiano. Tries to take the shot, but misses by some distance. Gets underneath it rather than through it. Jacob Italiano. Chance goes begging. Now the Turkey are pushing it forward. Working it down the play. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in those comments as well. Turkey go on the attack here, trying to push it into the box. A wall of yellow jerseys there, and Sutar steps in, drives it long back over halfway. Tracking all the way back is Badakshu. Now trying to conjure something. Yildiz Hilda trying to push it into the box. Get to the top of the 18-yard box, working it in, fed in. 1-2, crossed in. Sutar heads it away. Not completely dealt with. Another block. Socceroos coming in waves, trying to stop things. Deflection awkwardly goes out of play. Oh, I see a corner. Came off Sicardi. Young man applies his trade for Palmer. Gets the deflection there. The Socceroos, a couple of clearances back to back. So we'll be Chalhanaloo. Went to take it, but is waved off by the referee. We've got a possible VAR check. No, all clear. Chalhanaloo, both hands above his head, comes in, strikes it with his right, curls it into the top of the 6-yard box. Headed away by Sutar. We corner the other side now. Australian captain getting up to that. They take it quickly. They go short, trying to catch them, napping Australia. Now, trying to push through. The shot was taken by Aktokulu. Headed away again by Sutar, but Turkey not going away. Sutar, another header. Pushed on by the Australians. Back over halfway, trying to repel these Turkish raids. Turkey keep lining up. Yuksek. Celic. Into the box. It was the right idea from Demiral, but no one really arriving. And in the end, offside flag goes up against Yilda. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in the comments as well. Let us know how you think this plays out over the next 40 or so minutes. Who's going to take it out? Just a reminder, that clock is just a clock for the timings of the second half. So we are 6 and a bit minutes, almost 7 minutes into the second half. It's Aidan O'Neill pushing back, sends it all the way back now to Burgess, who goes back to Beach, who drives it long with the left. The halfway, Toure beaten out. Ball seen away by Sutar. Burgess brings it down, pushed wide now for Boss. He tries to turn away. That'll be a foul. Chalhanaloo tried to hold up his hands and protest his innocence, but the referee having no part of that. He didn't get the ball. He just got the man. Now, the Socceroos quickly go forward to Toure, just inside the byline, wide on the left. Feeds it into the box at Irankunda. Just mistouched. Now Burgess arrives to clean up the scraps. Boss. His shot is deflected. Celic. Deflects it over the byline. We'll have another corner for Australia here. Socceroos take the corner. Loaded in behind the back post. Sutar arrives. Just seen away. Now flicked back across. Aidan O'Neill heavy with the backstick ball. Brought down. Ahead of one way, ahead of the other. Sicardi gets some control. Pushed down. Looking for a penalty. Referee waves it away and says play on. Italiano. Crossed it into the box. Irankunda over his head. Sorry, that was Toure. Now Irankunda on the ball. Wide on the left. Spills out of the 18-yard box. Australia come close a couple of times there. Irankunda. Happy to push it back now. Ocon Engsler. Plays it centrally. Boss. Little pirouette sends Aktokulu sprawling to the turf. Sutar now plays it through into Aidan O'Neill. Ocon Engsler. Forward. Another ball on for Toure. And the defensive Turkey club it forward. Burgess sees it away to Sakati. Sutar just waves him to calm down. 9 minutes gone in this second half, and this is absolutely in the balance. Both teams have had some great chances early in the second stanza. It's all about who can get on top here. Now, Toure. Just look back at the replay before and the save from Chakur on that Aussie attacking raid. Now, Socceroos with a throw in. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Both sides well in this with chances. Socceroos played across their backline. Sutar plays it out now. O'Neill forward to Aaron Kunda. Ball dispossessed from him. Heavy challenge from behind. Ocon Engsler colliding with the back of Kukchu. Dangerous free kick opportunity here for Turkey. Just outside the right post. About 25, 26 metres from goal. 3 players standing over it. Gula, Kukchu, and Shahanalu. Patrick Beach sets his wall. Socceroos set at the shot taken, parried away. Not completely dealt with. It was a good first up save by Beach, but there was a second wave coming. Turkey appealing for a handball. Gula took a wonderful strike. It was parried down. Italiano saw it away. And in the end, we're going to have a corner. It's being reviewed by VAR, I would assume. No, the corner is called on. No handball. Ball floated in dangerously to the back of the 6-yard box. Headed up. Brought down. And a shot taken well over the top and away to the right. Ismail Yuksek. He'd like to have that again. Just got underneath it and skied it off the outside of his right boot. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. Interesting times for sure. As Australia try and get on top, they'll now get a throw in out wide on the right flank. Time ticking along for them. Still a long way to go in this one. Bit over 30 minutes remaining. Sicardi looking for options as he throws it in. Finds Ocon Engsler. Prods it across. Now they come back to Sutar. O'Neill's there as an option, but they go down the right line. Well in behind. Looking for Toure. A little heavy the touch, and Turkey are happy just to see it out over the sideline. Australia with a throw now, just shy of the 18-yard box. They float it over the top for O'Neill. It's headed back and cleared long by Turkey. Now racing back is Burgess. He'll head it back to Beach. Take it easily and calmly and put it back in the path of Burgess, the centre back. Ocon Engsler now, Aidan O'Neill. Lays it out to the left of Burgess. He'll play it back there to Harry Sutar, his captain. And it's tried to be played out and played into the legs of Yilder. Keenan Yilder, a man blocking it there. Beach will work this out and go long. Torkalu trying to put pressure on. Ball comes down now and pushing forward is Gula. A dangerous strike from the set piece before. Can't feed the ball in on target there. The Socceroos clear it down to halfway. But Dukchu is the man cleaning up. Now it's pushed wide. Yilda as well. Yilda via Italiano. Italiano trying to get the body in and create the block. Yilda cuts past. Italiano arrives, gets a little deflection on it. And it's headed up backwards from Burgess over the top of Aktorkulu. Beach will now take his time, plays the ball down and then drives it long. Well over halfway. It's headed back by the Turkey defence. Celik sees it on, and then Australians head it again. We have a foul against Celik, just 2 hands in the back on Irankunda. We hit the 60-minute mark. Australia trying to push forward, and we'll see a change here. Nestori Irankunda. Cam Burgess tries to hurry him off. Let's move on, he says. Looks like it'll be Valupale to come on for Irankunda. Got the opening goal. So what can Nishan Valupale come up with here? The man who plays in the Australian A-League for Melbourne Victory into the fray. Replacing the former Adelaide United, now Watford wonderkind. Got the opening goal. Aidan O'Neill will take the set piece here, floats it into the box. Sutar heads it on. Burgess is arriving late, but Shakur, the goalkeeper for Turkey, takes it. Lupale trying to add some energy here. Pushing across, trying to press defensively. Gula cuts inside. All of a sudden, 3 yellow jerseys arrive, and he gets past all of them. Now it's floated wide. Yilda trying to cut down and around on the left. Little touch, drops it back outside the box. They've got plenty of numbers at the top of the 18-yard box. Well defended there. Valupale just pushed out, took it away. And Turkey lose their control, and it goes across over the sideline. Socceroos just trying to turn the screws, capitalise here. It's absolutely game on at this point. 1 goal far from comfortable. As we have another change coming here for Turkey. It will be Kukcu, the man who's replaced. That's Akyun who comes on. Turkey through Yilda, take a strike. It's deflected by the Socceroos defence. Turkey work it around again now. Adakchu. Karolu trying to work past Italiano on the outside. Feeds it back now. Shalhanalu. Gula. A little bit of confusion there from Turkey. Now Yilda. Run into the box and just seen away. Sakati. And put it across the line. Dancing around, trying to conjure something here, Turkey. Socceroos trying to set the hard defensive block. Toure, the only man not sitting in that 5-4 defensive block, compressed here, all inside the 18-yard box, the defenders. Pushing forward and driving it long. Aidan O'Neill gets a boot on it. We'll send it down over halfway, and Shalhanalu will track back to get it. Turkey is still dominating the statistical possession as they go forward here. And again, Burgess up to it. Sees it away. And the Australians go wide. They rotate it back now through the defensive line. Sutar plays it across to Burgess. Goes down the line to Boss. He'll track back. Turn the defender inside out. Draws 2. Gets past him for Lupale. Nice ball. Played out in front for Toure. He's out-muscled, and Turkey come away with it. Gula. Can he get himself into a position to have a strike? He feeds it into the box. Shahanalu gets a nudge. Referee says play on. Back heel hoping for something. They're trying some magic here, Turkey, and hoping it comes off. Valupale now. Plays it out left to Boss. Looks for the ball back to Valupale, but just drops it straight to the pass of Celik. Again, Turkey can't quite control it. Hey, Colin. Yeah, unfortunate, Colin. I do have a little bit of practice. I call the NPL here in northern New South Wales. So, yeah, it's all just practice. It's repetitions like anything, mate. The Aussies are going well here, but still far from done, my friend. I've actually got the assistant in today, Colin. I think it was you asking the other day. So, see if I can pick her up on the camera here. Turn this down. She's down here having a little sleep. So that's Frank doing the heavy lifting. It's a little moment in the sun there. As Turkey go into the box here, still trying to push through the Australian defence. Now they take another shot. Yilda. They can't quite get it on. Turkey just so much possession at the moment. At the moment, 67% of possession, Turkey. 2/3 of it sitting with them. 20 shots to 8. There's 4 on target, though. 11 shots from outside the box. Continue to push it into the box here. Again, just misdirected there. Torkaloo couldn't get it away. Sicardi, a little spin and pushed over the sideline. That should be an Aussie throw, I think, but they've given it to Turkey. It's okay. Turkey will work it back now. Yuksek plays it in. Gula swings it wide now. Yilda. Yilda cuts into the 18-yard box, drops it back to Shahanalu. Aussies come forward, Toure. Cuts inside. He's got a runner outside if he can get the ball to him. Couldn't get enough contact on it. The Jersey swarm. To get close to the next stoppage, you'd have to feel will be the hydration/cooling break for this game. As Akgun does a nice little cutaway, gets himself to a tight angle, shepherded across the line there from Burgess. Did really well to be calm and composed against the fresh legs of Yunus Akgun. Oh, well. What do we think from here? I think we're going to have the cooling break, as I suggested. And away we go into the cooling break. So, Socceroos still hanging on despite constant Turkish press and presence at the moment. The midpoint of this half. Will we look to more substitutes soon? What will Tony Popovic have to do? Socceroos hanging on, clinging in thanks to that Nestori Irankunda goal. Doing quite well, but Turkey likely the better side realistically. That said, football is a cruel game sometimes. The better side doesn't always win. Just reading the rest of that message then, Colin. I'm intrigued to know what you're going to do when Arsenal plays Coventry. I'm assuming you'll lean to the Gunners, but we'll wait and see. Looking forward to this EPL season. I think this season of European football is going to be very exciting. I'm also looking forward to the European basketball. I like the European sports season once they get back underway in sort of August, September. These hydration breaks are quite a stretch. They have games that have got really good flow like this one. And they have the best part of 3 minutes. Especially in these later games. I think they need to, rather than have them for all games, just make a threshold. Currently, it's 21 degrees in Vancouver. Which for mine is not all that hot particularly. These night games in more northern climates seems a little odd. Late kickoff in this game too. Would have been a 9 p.m. kickoff in Vancouver. As the officials start to make their way back out. The Socceroos not in any rush. But again, it's been the best part of 3 minutes, if not more. So Kia now. We've just over 20 minutes to find a response. 20 minutes plus stoppage time. Beach to take a goal kick. Headed forward now by the Socceroos. Working back by Duckshoot. Back to Shakur. Across now Demiral. Back to Shakur again. Turkey pushing it forward. Missed pass there by Ocon Engsler. O'Neill comes back, pushes it forward, looking for Toure, but it's picked up by Shalhanalu. Now they swing it across. Shelik goes forward now. Akyun. Ball worked around, comes back through the defensive unit. Push it forward on the left. Yilda, little touch, little turn against Italiano, gets the outside. Gets the byline side of him too, but the Socceroos clear it outside of the 18-yard box. Just trying to work it around here, Turkia. Kadaolu pushes it wide now. It comes to the right with Chelik. Chelik for Akyun. Akyun back across. Turkia turning the screws. Shalhanalu in behind. That's a good ball, Chelik. Fired in towards the post. Little touch off Beach onto the upright. And it will go for another corner to Turkia. We tick down inside the final 18 minutes here. They're in a hurry, Turkia. They know that time is ticking away. Gula. They would have fancied this as a chance for 3 points. Turkia. Still could be for either side, but Australia with the advantage. Gula curls it in. Over the pack. Sutar at the back. Heads it away. Cleaning up the crumbs is Artorkalu. Artorkalu gives it off. Shalhanalu now pushes wide. Akyun. Gula. Akyun again. Still outside the 18-yard box. They go deeper again. Right back is Kardolu. Pushing forward is Toure. Puts the pressure on, and they have to push all the way back to Shakur, who's back behind the centre circle on the defensive side of halfway. Almost 73 minutes gone now. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Turkey pushing again. They push down the right side. Akyun wide on the right, outside the 18-yard. Pushes it back centrally. Gula takes a strike out of frustration, and it goes over the crossbar by some gap. It was probably a metre clear of the crossbar and just to the left of the goals. The defensive presence of the Socceroos side is just holding on. But they've still got to keep doing that for at least another 16.5 minutes plus stoppage time. Still a long way to come in this one. Turkey have already made 2 changes, one at half time. And now the Socceroos will bring Jason Guerrier on. And Yangi as well. So Italiano and Toure come off. Tete Yangi and Jason Guerrier go on. What sort of spark can these two create at either end of the pitch? Here's the question. Ocon Engsler. They've seen a lot of defensive work recently, the Australians. Now they push forward. Numbers here. Boss open wide, taking a shot from range. And the Aussies have a second. What about that strike from way back? It looks like, is it Aidan O'Neill who takes the strike? The Socceroos get a second. What about that? The bench comes storming on to celebrate. Turkey lost here. It was Connor Metcalf in the end who got the strike. A wonderful strike from the boy from Newcastle. And the Socceroos lead 2-0 as they hit the 30-minute mark of this second half. Wonderful work. He was offered space. It opened up, and he took a strike from 25 metres and just beat a diving Shakur down to Chakur's left, just inside the opposite corner of the goals to the opening goal to Nestor Irankunda. Beyond the fingertips of Shakur, who was off his line. And the Socceroos now lead by 2-0 with under 15 minutes of regulation time remaining. Far from done, but this is certainly a huge result as it sits at the moment for the Socceroos. Seeing off wave after wave their defence. They've had to defend a lot more than they've had possession today. 68% of possession to the Turkish. But the 2 goals sit on Australia's ledger. Connor Metcalf gets one in the 75th minute. The Socceroos look to continue this advantage and maintain it. Turkey are looking for a response. Yilda plays it back. They go all the way back now to Demiral. Celik barking instructions, frustrated that he's not seeing the ball. Now they cut him out and push it wide. Gula. Akyun. Gula again, playing it in the box. Yilda bouncing through, takes a deflection. They call for handball. Valupale coming away. Indeed, Colin, how good was that? Now they push it around. Back across to the right-hand side. Demiral thought about a shot from similar range to where Metcalf had just finished his. So many yellow jerseys in front of them, though. Every time they look up, it's a wall of yellow. They work it around. They try and feed it through. Now they'll try and hit it over the top. Head it in. And what about the save by Beach? A little juggle on the shot from Artuklu. He got it on the volley from the header, but Beach's reaction's up to the task. Patrick Beach, take a bow. That's an excellent reactionary save. Keeps Australia's lead at 2. Go forward now, headed on. Yangi. Now, Turkey bring it back out of their own half. They push it through Gula. He's been the focal point of a lot of what they've done here in the second half. Arda Gula floats it forward to the right. Akyun puts it into the box. It's deflected out again by the Socceroos. Gula feeds it through the legs. Socceroos just see it calmly back over the sideline out wide, forcing another throw for Turkey. 78 minutes gone. They take the throw again here, Turkey. Sent long by the Socceroos. Now the Socceroos go on the counter. Guerrier out wide on the right. Thinking about outflanking them. They push it out to Metcalf, the goal scorer. Plays it into the legs. The Socceroos will get a throw here deep in attacking territory. Metcalf starting to have his energy levels flag a little. You can see they're fatiguing the Australians. See the replay of the juggle and save. Socceroos take the long throw. Yangi. Plays it into the body of one of the Turkish defenders. Earns a corner for his side. Time ticking on. 79 minutes gone now. Socceroos will go and take the corner. Another goal you feel would absolutely seal it. The goal scorer in Metcalf will take the corner. Curls it into the box. Headed away strongly by Dukchu. Put back into the box by the Socceroos. Yilda Sends it wide, pushes it over the sideline, and the Socceroos will have... No, Turkey will have a throw. Some of the Turkish fans looking a little dejected. Now the assistant referee pointed for Turkey. The referee overrules and says to the Socceroos, Sakati. We take the long throw. Going to hold up here because there's going to be substitutions coming. 2 changes for Turkey. Ozkan. And we'll wait and see who the second will be coming on. Ball threaded through here. Opportunity. Akyun can't get it for Turkey. And play wide now. Mulder. Again, Gula in there, plays it through, looking for the return pass. Australia just get onto it and clear it over the sideline. Quick throw taken. There's Jan. Floated in well wide of the goals and another goal kick. Australia will make another change here. It'll be Aziz Bayic to come on. Getting ready anyway. The Socceroos play this long and it goes over the sideline. There'll be 2 changes to come. Possibly Jackson Irvine as well. The very handy players to be able to inject into the fray with under 10 minutes remaining. Zach calling for players to come to him. Gula. Socceroos emboldened by their 2-0 lead. Holding their block hard and firm. And the men shooting out Yangi. Gary are now forcing the ball, trying to push them around as Yilda plays outside. Instead, they go around. Ball seen in. Geria. Metcalf clears it long and it was deflected off the tired legs of one of the Turkish defenders and out of play for a Socceroos throw. Great result considering. Shorty Boss will be one of the players to come off. The other will be Ocon Engsler. As Irvine and Bayic come on. Inside the last 7 minutes now of regulation time, plus what you think might be maybe 5 or 6 minutes of added time. Hasn't been a huge amount of stoppages, just the changes and a couple of corners realistically. And 4 in the first half, tend to see a little more in the second. See a little foul here given against Australia. Seemed like both players were holding the jersey. He goes against Tete Yangi. Tokia, happy to work it now. There's Jan. Works it forward now. He picks it up again on the secondary pass. There's Jan looking for teammates. Gives it on to Demaral. They play it wide now to Kaldolu. Kilda. Kilda plays it out. Fed into the box now. Aktorkalu's there. He can't control it forward, so sends it backwards. Foul given against Jackson Irvine. Aktorkalu's the man down. Irvine tried to argue his case. Referee wasn't having too much of it. 84.5 minutes gone. Referee trying to reset the Socceroos wall. They're not necessarily looking to be the most compliant here. They're happy to take some time as Watchalong makes way. It'll be, unsurprisingly, Gula over the ball. Well, down to his left is there. Beach is saving it, pushing it wide. Bayich is there, pushes it down the line. It's tapped on. So O'Neill is taken from behind. This is going to escalate things, and it'll be the first yellow card of the match. Yunus Akgun gets the first yellow card. Fairly careless challenge from behind, just trying to stop the run of Aidan O'Neill. Player that came on just before for Watchalong was Denise Gull. Now Turkey are looking for 2 goals in a very limited time frame. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel as well. And get involved in those comments. We've had a few of you popping in there. The more the better. And something I've learnt in the last 24 hours, the more comments and engagement we have, the less ads pop up if you don't have YouTube Premium. Because they look for windows where there's lower engagement to insert ads. So that's how they work it. As Bayich is going to take a throw here. Goes long for the Socceroos. Tracking all the way back now. Badukchu. We head towards the 87-minute mark. 3 minutes of regulation time plus stoppages. The Socceroos on top, 2-0. Not many would have predicted this. Even the most ardent of Socceroos fans probably thought a draw would be a good result. A win would be an absolute dream. A 2-goal lead this deep into the match. As they send Gula in behind. Crosses in. Chance now. Ball comes down. Pushed wide again. Demiral hops it back into the line of Akgun. Fed across. Yangi trying to defend. Yangi comes away with it. Plays the ball out in front. It's a foot race. Turkey will win it with Kadolu, and he'll play it back to Shakur. The Socceroos won't mind. They know they don't need another goal at this point. They would like one, undoubtedly. But they just need to keep turning Turkey away. Ezyan plays down. Yilda. Comes wide now. Gula. Mulder. Back to Gula. Gula loses his footing a little. Irvine chases after. Down to the final 2 minutes before stoppage time. Still plenty of time if Turkey can grab one to then use the momentum to grab another. Football can be a strange game like that. Yilda cutting across, cutting back. Left. Fired through by Gula after a step over from Shalhanlu, but easily dealt with by Beach. Beach goes long, a booming kick, racing away down towards the other byline. Tracking back is Kadolu. Picks it up and lays it off now for Demiral. Demiral's going to track down towards halfway where he'll push it forward to Mulder. Mulder playing it back to Özcan. Saleh Özcan lays it off. Now it comes wide again for Mulder. Mulder for Akgun. Akgun trying to turn it, take on Bayich. Doesn't get far with it. Now, Gula plays it on. Nice little 1-2 for Gula and Yilda. Gula back on the ball, just on the edge of the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Gula cuts in. Feeds it back now. Cross into the box. Sutar gets forward, gets the head to it. Irvine brings it down. Valupale will send it long. Collision there. Yangi Given against Yangi this time. Again, in a challenge with Erzian. As we tick down to the last seconds of regulation time here. Yilda stepping over, crossing. No, decides not to cross. Now moves in. Fires it back. Floated into the box. Headed on and misses the target there from Deramal. He won the header, but couldn't get it on target. 6 minutes of added time is what the fourth official is signalling. About what we thought. Another goal would be wonderful, Cole. But just continue to defend like this. It's been absolutely phenomenal. When we look at the numbers of this game, Australia don't have a whole lot of rights to be where they are, up by 2 at this point. They've had less than 30% of possession throughout the game. Turkey 28 shots to 9, 8 to 4 on target, and the Socceroos lead 2-0. Turkey come again. Strong tackle there. The Socceroos come out on top. Aidan O'Neill plays it forward for Tete Yangi. Yangi under pressure from Erzian. Plays it down the line. Turkey get the throw. 1 minute down of stoppage time, 5 to come. Turkey working the ball around. Shalhanalu. Now Yilda gets to the outside, floats it into the box, dangerously headed away again by the Socceroos. This time it's Burgess again. They keep coming. Shalhanalu drifts it out wide. Gary is there, brings it down. Sutar's going to drive it across. It'll be a throw in deep in attacking territory for Turkey. Almost 2 minutes of stoppage time gone. Demiral pushes it across now. They take the throw. Yilda into Demiral. Drops it back outside the 18. They float it in again. Irvine's there. Heads it away. They keep coming, Turkey. They keep being seen off. What a wonderful display of Australian defensive grit this is. Little challenge there between two players, and it gets called for a goal kick. And irate Demiral comes firing through because it's been judged a goal kick and asked for a corner. It's going to be reviewed. Demiral's just needs to cool his jets. No, the referee says away we go. Goal kick was the right decision. Yankee gets into a tight tussle and Turkey come out on top. Socceroos have sat in a defensive block for the majority of this game as we get to almost the midway point now of the 6 minutes of stoppage time. They come wide to the right with Gula. As is Bajic. Hustles and takes it away. And then it come back with a late call for a foul. Gula moves it on. Akgun and Gula. Gula pushes it deep. Geria. Irvine. Yangi. O'Neill will just clear it long and wide and happily manage the clock down. So can you keep things moving? Shalhanalu goes wide now to Mulder. Yeah, I'd like to see those. I assume you're talking about, I do know his name, that works for CBS. The ball's fed in behind. Sutar there again. Grella. Grella is the man I'm talking about, the American commentator analyst. Shalhanalu floats it wide. Guerrier up again. Yilda takes a strike. Beach was diving for it. Sutar chested it out of the way. 4 minutes gone. Turkey with another corner here. Australia know they just need to hang on for a little longer. Not only will the 3 points be crucial, 2 goals, goal difference is big as well. Seen off with a deflection again. Another corner will it be? Yes, it will. Turkey will be rushing. Trying to get a ball. By the time they kick it, there'll be a minute 20 of stoppage time remaining. Curled in. Pushed away at the top of the 18. Picked up again. Shalhanalu pushes it wide now. Akyun floats it in. Is it onside? It's cleared away. Popped up by Sutar and well taken. The offside flag comes up. 5 minutes gone. Australia sees off another wave. Socceroos now counting down. All but guaranteed 3 points. But now it's just going to come down to not do they take 3 points, but can they hang on by 2? Not concede a late goal. They go long. Yangi pushing in. Yilda now dispossessed. They take it away. Irvine. Yangi. Yangi working down. Pushes it down for Irvine. Irvine gets to the outside. Little nudge from behind and going to come back here and we're going to have a throw in. Somehow there was no foul called for the push on Irvine. They're now Özcan. Turkey on the race forward. They know that a goal could be crucial here when it comes to the differences between second and third if points are the same. Now Gula. Under pressure from Bajic. And the referee says that will do us for full time. And the Socceroos take it 2-0. What about that for a win? A number of the players drop exhausted. Wonderful win. Goals to Nestori Irankunda in the first half. Connor Metcalf in the second. And the Socceroos are victorious in their opening pool game and sit equal top alongside the US on 3 points after game 1. That gives them a leapfrog and a leg up to start this, but a long way to go. Patrick Beach, hold your head high. His first World Cup start does wonderfully, despite the protest from many when Matt Ryan was not named. And the Socceroos are on top of Turkey, 2-0. A big thank you to you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in those comments as well each and every time. We'll see you back here for many of our live watch-alongs over the coming week as the World Cup continues to build and we continue to drop more daily doses as well. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you again very, very soon.